2025. It's going to change your new year. Okay. And I know a lot of us, of course, we want to make a change. We want to do something a little bit different as well. So, number one, I want to start off by mentioning some things. People only change when they have fear. I want you to understand that. If there's fear in your heart and fear in your mind, that's when you go to work. If you're comfortable, you're not going to go to work. I will tell you that in the comfort zone, most people just never do go to work. Okay. So I want to make that very, very clear. Now, if you're comfortable today, how can you create that level of urgency and how can you become a little bit more fearful? I'll give you an idea. I want you to look at, if you continue the path that you are on right now and you don't make WFG work for you and your family, where will you end up in 5 years and how will you retire? If that does not do something to you, I don't know what will. Because a lot of people today, they are in a situation where they're not necessarily very comfortable, they're not very happy. What's going to change in the future? Not much. You know, Swan Wynn, one of the biggest builders in this business, 30 years ago when he first saw the business, he mentioned, you know, when he came to America, he came with big dreams and big goals. And when he started working and got into the rat race, you know, family, weekend parties, this, that, picking up the kids, dropping them off and all of that, he's like, the dreams that I had, it's like a campfire. It was a big fire and then just little embers were left. Just little embers. And that was what his life was. His life was going by. Every year went by, every week went by, and nothing was changing. And he's like, the day he saw the WFG presentation, that's the day that fire ignited again, that he had a chance to change his life. If I was you after this call, I would sit down with myself and I would put that fear in my mind. Now imagine the day your kid goes to school or they're in university and they come to you and they say, hey, Dad, my friend got this from her father or whatever it might be. I want this too. And you're not able to give it to them. How would you feel? That is something that should make you want to move. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to get into our presentation, but I want all of you to make a lot of notes because what I'm going to share today will either make or break you. I will tell you that straight up. Okay, it's down on your notebook. It's called Millionaire Math. Okay, I want you to write this down. Very, very important. Most people, where they have a problem financially, is their revenue generation. And what revenue generation is your income. It's linked to their time. Okay, meaning they're trading time with money. That's how they make money. They go to work, they make money, they go to work, they make money. Now, the problem here is if you're trading time for money, your time is limited. And what that means is your income will always be limited your entire life because your time is limited. What you need to do to change this cycle is go into an unlimited cycle, okay? You go from limited to unlimited. And what that means is your income is no longer limited now. It is unlimited. How do you do this? Number one, I want you to write this down. You do not sell your time. You do not sell your time. What you do is you sell a product. You're selling a product. What kind of product are you selling? That's a very, very big question, okay? Number one, a product that is created once and can be sold infinity times, okay? In this business, do you have to create an insurance product? The answer is no. It's already created. How many times can you sell it? as many times as you would like. So I want you to write that down. It is a product that's already created and you can sell it as many times as you like. This is going to become really important later on. Now, let me give you a simple math. Simple math. $100,000 income. It's your choice. You want to earn this in 6 months, you want to earn this in 12 months. But I want to ask you, if you're earning $10,000 a month, how do you feel? Pretty good. You feel a little bit free, you feel pretty good. Here's how you do it. You can sell a product for $20. Okay? There are people that do things like Amway, or they do other things where they sell small products, whatever it might be. Let's say they get a profit of $20 every single time. That means to make $100,000, they have to sell 5,000 clients. Is that hard to do? I would say, yeah, absolutely. That's very difficult. 5,000 clients in a year is not an easy feat. So what can you do to change this? You see the 20, add 10. Imagine you start selling a product that profits you $200 each time you sell it. Now look at the math. All you do is you take that 5,000 and you knock off 10. All you have to do is 500 clients that year and you make $100,000. Right? $100,000 income at $200 per profit is 500 clients only. How much do we get paid? If you get your license with us, what's an average client paying you? It's about $2,000 to about $3,000. That's how much we get paid. So look at the math now. $2,000 an average client. All you have to do in the whole year to make $100,000 is 50 clients. 50 clients. By the way, 50 might seem like a lot to you. Let me break down the math right now. You take 50 and you divide it by 12. You divide it by 12, 50. That is 4 clients a month. All you have to do is 4 clients a month. You divide that by 4, you get the answer 1 a week. So what that tells you is if you just do 1 client a week, you can make $100,000 in a year. Okay? Now let me change the math for you. Imagine you do 2 clients a week. That means you make $100,000 in 6 months. Look at it that way. Is that powerful? You don't profit $20. You don't profit $200. You profit $2,000 to $3,000. I want you to write this math down, and I want you to reverse engineer it. Why don't you do this after this call? Over the next 3 months, how much money do you need to make? Is it 30,000? Is it 50,000? Reverse engineer it and see how much you have to do. And you'll be surprised, it's actually not a whole lot. It really isn't. I'll give you another example here. And I wanna share this as well. I'll give you a little bit of an idea. And I'm gonna bring up my whiteboard over here. And I want you to write this down. Oh, 1 minute, sorry. Where is the whiteboard? Whiteboard documents. Here it is. Okay. All right, right over here. I'm gonna give you a little bit of an idea. Let's say that, by the way, I wanna give you an example, my own example. I've been with World Financial Group for 13 years. Let me tell you this. In 13 years, I have not been prospected even once. Not one time somebody has approached me or prospected me for WFG. Can you believe that? 13 years. Not one time I was prospected. So what does that tell you? That tells you majority of people are not doing much. If you want to get in the top 10% of WFG, you just have to do a little bit more, just a little bit of action. And I'll give you an example. Let's say you're getting one number a day. How many is that in a month? That's about 30 new names and numbers in a month. Out of that, let's say you set up 15 appointments and only 10 show up. And you're able to help, let's say, 3 families. Okay? You just help 3 clients. This will pay you about $6,000 to $8,000 a month. Yeah, how many people do this? Now, let me change your mind now about this. Imagine I'm the whatever CEO or whatever it might be, and let's say I give you a job and I promise to pay you $6,000 to $8,000 a month. All you have to do is just collect one number a day. That's your only job, one number a day. That's all you have to do, and I'm gonna pay you $6,000 to $8,000 a month. Would you do it? I will tell you this, the answer for the majority is absolutely. It's literally reverse engineering it, okay? I'm going to share my screen again over here, and I want to bring up this number here. Number 1, get your license. Why do you want to get your license? It allows you to help families. How do we help families? In several ways. Number 1, in terms of insurance, we do several products. Number 1, disability insurance. Number 2, critical illness protection. By the way, I want you to write this number down. 8%. Only 8% of Canadians have some level or some kind of critical illness protection. 92% of Canadians have none. 0. That's how big your market is. Okay? And we do things like life insurance. I'll give you a little story. Just last week, I did somebody's mother's visitor to Canada insurance. Okay? The mother came from India. I did the visitor to Canada insurance 6 months ago. And at that time, I told the gentleman, I mentioned to him, hey, you have a little kid. You should have your own life insurance on own critical illness protection. Last week, I got a call from this client, okay? And he mentioned to me, he went to the doctor, he had a little bump on his shoulder. They did a test, they did a biopsy, and it turned out to be cancer. He calls me and he's like, Parm, is there anything we can do? Is there any government program, any insurance, anything I can do? I have bills to pay. I have a kid. What can we do? You understand how important it is to talk to people? You know, I'm sitting there, I'm kicking myself in the butt, and I was like, I wish I pushed him to do it. He was telling me, hey, we'll do it in the new year, couple of months, blah, blah. Don't you think he wants it now? That's how important it is, what we are doing for families, right? Of course, we do things like tax-free saving account, RRSPs, RESPs, FHSAs. We do all of these. Our approach is educational. 100% of our approach in this business is not about the product necessarily. It's about educating people about how they can financially be secure. I shared one story. I know in our team, there's several stories. Right? Someone very close to us just had a stroke 2 days ago. You cannot predict these things. It's not predictable. That's what we do for families. So I want you to write that down. If you get your license, you can do so many things. You can do disability, critical illness, life, investments. By the way, let me give you an idea right now. There are people that only do mortgages and they make a lot of money. There are people that only do insurance and they make a lot, or investments. With this license, you can help people in all of these areas. That's how powerful this license is. Extremely, extremely important. Now, I want to come back here and I want to give you an idea. When you come into the office or when you're starting your day, what should you be doing and what should you be looking at? Number one, look at your bubble chart every single day. That will tell you who's in your team, who is studying for the license, who still needs their family's protection, who are you going to go in the field with? Look at your bubble chart. You know, there's a saying in this business, out of sight, out of mind. If it's not in front of your eyes, it will not be in your mind. The second thing I want you to write this down is always look at your share list, okay? If you're looking at your share list daily, you will be adding names and numbers daily. When is the last time you looked at your share list? I know Erlen looks at it every day, right? I know for a fact. That's why he has activity. Number 3, look at your to-do list. Okay? When you go to sleep at night, take 10 minutes just to make a list of 3 or 4 things. Exactly. Look at Erlen's screen. That's his share list. Right in front of his eyes. Right? Everybody should have a document like that. So next thing I want to talk about is to-do list. Before you go to sleep, have a list of 3 or 4 things you're doing the next day. You're putting in the time, you're putting in the effort. If you do these 3 things daily, you will make a very, very big difference, a big impact. In this business is very simple. It's your ability to stay on track that's hard. That's all it is. And there's nothing else to it. And I give you a challenge. I challenge you the next 90 days. The next 90 days, can you stay focused? I will tell you what happens to most people. They start off on day 1. They're so excited. So excited. They work. They have some results and then they fall off. Maybe they face some failure and they don't have any enthusiasm or whatever it might be. And then they go to work. And then they have some results and then they become complacent. They made a paycheck here or there and then the bad habits kick in, whatever it might be. And then they work. They have some results and then distractions come in. Can you stay focused for 90 days? You know, when you start going to the gym, Costa knows this very well. When you go to the gym, you don't see results on day 1. You can be going to the gym for weeks, you won't see results. But I will tell you this, you'll see a very big difference in people. If you drink Coca-Cola every day and eat McDonald's every day, you won't see a difference in 1 day. But I promise you, 2 or years of that, you will see a difference. The business is the same way. Exactly the same way. Okay? You will be tested. I am telling you right away in this business. You will face 3 tests in this business. 1 is failure. Okay? And I want you to look at failure like a child does. My nephew, when he was learning to walk, he would get up and start running and fall. But he didn't give up. He would try again. He would hold on to the sofa and try walking. Now he runs and I can't even catch him. That's failure. Complacency. There's only one thing. The opposite of complacency is urgency. You know when you feel urgent? When you feel fear. Become a little bit more fearful. If you don't do this, where will you end up? How will you retire? How will your kids grow up? What kind of life will you give? That should get rid of your complacency. You should be very urgent. And then distractions. You see, success is not about adding things to your routine. It's about taking things away. It's about getting the distractions away. Success is a process of elimination, not addition. You eliminate the distractions. So I challenge you now. Move forward with enthusiasm and focus. If you let yourself lose for 3 days in a row, start the game plan all over again. It's like a game. It's like a video game. Okay? This business can change your life like it has changed a lot of people in this office's life. A lot of people. If you stay focused. I really like this quote. It really stuck out to me. There are decades where nothing happens. And then there are weeks where decades happen. If you read any successful person's story, they always say, I was working, and nothing happened. And then all of a sudden, everything happened in a matter of weeks. That's how business works. That's how it works. We have a contest for December, okay? An exclusive dinner in downtown Vancouver we are having. Bobby, if you qualify, don't worry, my dad will fly you down and we will go to dinner together, okay? But we're having an exclusive dinner in downtown Vancouver. All you have to do to qualify for this contest, $250 into savings. $250, that's it. And you qualify. Right? We already have some qualifiers. Okay? And Erlen's like, I think I won. I think you have. Right? This is something I want to run every single month. This is something that I want to share every single month. Okay? And Erlen's been working. We have a client in the process for 400. We're gonna look at getting that done as well. But I'm telling you, if you go to work, the results will show. Okay? Become a little bit more urgent and have that fear in your mind, because fear is what makes you move. Fear is what makes you go. Okay? And I will tell you this, that's what I wanted to share. I really wanted to give you guys an idea. We're getting towards the end of the year, and end of the year is when people begin to become complacent. They begin to relax. New Year's resolutions or whatever it might be. This gives you a reason to contact people. You know, Juliana mentioned it's a great time to wish people Merry Christmas, isn't it? Right? Isn't it a good time to call people and wish them a Happy New Year or whatever it might be? Do that. Contact those people. And I will tell you this, no family that we know should go unprotected. The rate of strokes that are happening, people getting cancer, it is ridiculous. There are so many people that I know. In fact, in the last week, I know 2 people that got strokes. 2 people. 1 person that got cancer. Like, our mission is to help families. And that's what we want to do. I want to pass it to Juliana, our SMD here, okay? She's going to share on her end. I'll allow you to share your screen, okay? But guys, let's get to work. Just like Swan Wynn said, his dreams were left to embers. And when he saw this presentation, the fire ignited again. Your fire, your butt should be burning, that you want to do something, okay? I gave you a very clear road to $100,000. Juliana, go ahead, take it away.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. And I'm really actually excited, obviously not with the news that lately happening, especially in my team, someone got stroke and likely they were saved and delivered to hospital on time. But again, nothing we can do in this world unless we try our best to protect those family and provide the solution on time. So what I would like to cover today and mention that actually there are a few points. First of all, this is the last month of the year. Half of you next year not going to be here. That's actually what can happen in the future. Why? Because from all this training that we do every Tuesday, if you guys not taking points and seriously your career, there's no point to continue next year. You have to review your business. You have to analyze your business. What I done last year, where can I improve next year? Okay. Also, you should understand any business has to have a business plan. Okay. So what is a business plan and what do you need to do and steps? I can cover that. And you can make a note. There's not going to be many steps, but make sure you are paying attention. Okay. So first, goals with a deadline. Every quarter, you should have a deadline. Okay, from January till March, I should done so many customers. I should provide so many solutions. I should have a team big size like this and like this. Second, reason why. It's probably my favorite reason why I'm doing this. Okay, so some of you may be just doing this for money. Wrong business. We're in a wrong business. We're not here just for money. We're here to help families. Okay. So client has to be a priority first. Okay. Yes, we do get pay compensation really well. Yes, it's really pay upfront for us. But again, client priority has to be there first. Sometimes client, like I had, not responding back and forth. They phone dead for 2 weeks because they didn't pay the bill. We're thinking that client already dead or something happened. And suddenly client alive, everything's great. So things can happen and patience require in this business, okay? So reason why you're doing this business for who? For yourself to make money, but also for who else you do it? For your family. Maybe you want to become someone, or maybe you want to do something significant with your life, or maybe you never done it something with your life. You never complete any education or anything in your life. So you want to complete something in your life and feel important. Okay. Or maybe you have a hidden dreams that you don't want to reveal them to anyone. And you want to just be someone, you don't know the reason why you're there. Maybe because of the environment. Maybe environment in our office make you happy and excited and you want to become successful, right? There's many, many, many reasons. Or maybe because the flexibility, right? Maybe you have 2 kids. Like today I spoke to Tatiana, she had 6 appointments. Guys, mom with the 2 kids can have 6 appointments a day, and you sitting here on this call and thinking, okay, I'm doing the business, but I'm not doing much. Okay. So why I mention this, because if women with kids can do meetings, women with kids and have full responsibility of those kids can perform in the business, there's no excuses for other people. Also, how about dreams? Have you ever dreamed about when you were kids? Probably you did, but those dreams disappear when we become an adult, okay? So look at those dreams, because it's important to dream, right? It's important to have those dreams so you know where you're going to, right? And all of those not gonna matter much if you're not gonna understand and analyze yourself what are you willing to give up in return to get to your destination. Imagine it's a GPS, that you have a GPS, set it up, and you're going through this destination, right? But also you have to think about either giving the money, because this business does not require lots of money, right? Just few $100 and you have business set it up, right? Maybe it's time or effort that you don't want to put into the business. In this case, nothing going to happen. No one will do job for you, by the way. Also, license. No license, no money. So simple. That's we highly regulated company by the government. So no license, no money, unfortunately, right? Do not allow the 6 point, do not allow your past to determine your future. In the past, everyone had a good experience or bad experience. Something didn't work out, so and so. You know what? Past is past. You can't change it, but you can change the future by living in the present moment, right? And what is your present moment? As we talk about today, bubble chart, follow your, schedule, daily activities, right? That's in the present moment, you're doing something, right? Also, be ready, go through the challenges. When I started in this career, I had so many challenges that I don't want to even relive all of them, but I came with no money, a lot of that. And I was trying my best to hold on with my son and also provide for my family. So there was a lot of challenges that I went through. Nothing was handed to me easily. Nothing. I was fighting to this day. That's why my team actually in our office leading by recruiting, leading by licensing for a reason, because of our hard work. Not only my hard work, but also my team in BC hard working as well. So be ready for volatility. What is volatility? Some of you that license know investments go up and down all the time, right? So same thing in the business. You can be up on the top and also you can go down to the bottom. So be ready for that volatility because that's a business. And next point, I want to mention that there's a few factors, by the way, that will determine your success. And as you mentioned about my son today, I want to bring this example, the greatest example for myself as a parent and for other parents out there. That when my son started the gyms when he was 16, it took him 3 years to become world champion. It took him 3 years to break a world records, but it started here. It started in his mind. He planted the seed that he want to become BC champion, Canadian champion, and then world champion. Okay. How do you think as a parent I should react on his dreams? Okay. The first scenario, I could say, you know what, son, that's too expensive. We don't have any world champion in our family. I never were, power lifter or strong enough. You know what? What I did totally opposite. I believe in his dream because I saw his determination. I saw his focus. I saw how he was walking distance, 40 minutes to the gym with heavy bags. When I saw that, I realized this is his dream. I better support his dream, not kill his dream. The reason why, because he really wanted to do that. And only what I did, I zipped my mouth and said, son, if you really want to become champion, let's do it. Don't worry about the money. Your mom will fix that issue and we will be a champion. When that happened in 2022, me as a parent, I couldn't believe that happened. But again, because we didn't give up on the dream. All of the people around him were telling him, including his dad, everyone around, you should study, you should do this, you should not waste your time.